Come on! Look at that! Is that acceptable? Hello and welcome everyone to St. Vooperia, which is going to be the greatest city ever made if I can figure out how to make this game run properly. Not going to lie, the performance is the performance is pretty atrocious. Pretty atrocious. I don't think I have to learn how to play City Skylines, but oh, look at the road look at how the lanes do the thing. That's nice. So you can go off of either bit of the road. That's pretty cool. And it looks like the angles and the crosswalks, that's all a huge improvement. So I'm very glad about that. All right, 2-lane road is a basic road. We already know that. We already know this stuff. We already probably, I'm just gonna check this off. Can I not? Do I have to go through? I think I have to go through this. Okay. So we have access to a road. There are roundabouts, and from what I've seen, they're easier to make. So let's see if it's true. Yeah, roundabouts. Converts your road into a roundabout. But we have to unlock it, apparently. Okay. Alright, zoning. We already know how to zone things. Okay. I probably should have just disabled the tutorial and figured this out myself, but I figured if I missed something, you guys would be really mad at me. Something that I read online is that you no longer have to worry about electricity and stuff in the beginning of the game. You can just import it from outside of your city, which is really neat. Okay, removing zones. Yep, we already know how to do that. Rezoning, condemned buildings. Yep, okay, zoning commercial. All right. So on the other side here, we'll put some commercial. Okay, there is a little bit of awkwardness with these road tools, just a little bit. They're better. They are better than City Skylines 1, but there is something feels odd. Something feels off. But I'm sure that's something that they'll fix. I may just not be used to it. Okay, so industrial. Okay. Yep. All right, now we have our industrial zoned. Are you going to have me? Okay, yeah, electricity's next up. Zoning demand. Oh, consumer apparel. We opened up. Brilliant. Very cool. Except there's nobody. There's nobody to go there. What will we do? Okay, electricity. We can generate. Yep. We can build a coal power plant. Yep. Wow, it's massive. Look at how large it is in this one. Holy moly. I could have imported it as well. Wow, that thing's massive. I really love that. Thank you, Justin, for gifting the membership. Highly appreciated. Oh, and I went to Fallout. How cute. When a power plant is placed next to the road, the transformer begins feeding low voltage electric grid. So you have to use power lines and stuff, and that's something I actually saw online, that you have to actually worry about stepping down the power now, which I love. That's great. So basically you need these high voltage lines, and these high voltage lines then go to transformers, which step it down to low voltage for your actual cities and stuff, which is realistic. I really am a huge fan of that. And we can put a transformer station down like here. And now it's going to step it down to the road. And people have electricity now, and it looks like the roads now carry electricity. Not just through the buildings, but through the actual roads themselves. So that's interesting. All right, so let's see the roundabout. So I can just plop the roundabout into the intersection, and it turns it into a roundabout. It's really that easy now, and it means that you don't have to do a ton of really painful stuff, right? Development trees are things now, milestones. I mean, a lot of this is really similar to Old City Skylines. All right, so, oh, and look at that Z fighting on that roundabout. Like, this is just the kind of stuff like that should not, in the LODs and stuff. Graphically, this is a mess. Oh my god, that death care right there dropped my FPS by like 50%. How many polygons are on the cemetery? No, this is insane. Do you see how slow it is now? Oh, or it was only when it was in the building mode. Now it's fine. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. If I was running my 3090, this probably wouldn't run at all. Only because my 3090 died do we even have a chance to really play this at something that looks good. And that's unacceptable at the price. But this gives me an advantage because you guys can just watch my channel instead of playing it yourselves on your poor PCs. Okay? You can just watch me play it because I have a computer that can almost handle it. I mean, it does look good. It's a good-looking game, except for the graphical issues that occasionally occur. But man, the performance. What a joke. St. Vooperia is growing, and it's growing pretty rapidly. I also feel this game feels slow. And not slow like FPS. It feels like the actual time scale of the game is slowed down. Like, look at the time. I don't know. Maybe it's the same, but it feels slower. It could be because there's no actual animation on these buildings being built, which is terrible. Please bring back animations of the buildings being built. This is really good looking cranes, guys, but I really care more about the animation of actually seeing the buildings rise up. And apparently bikes aren't a thing yet, which is another disappointing thing. It's like, how? It's a city game. No bikes? Okay, we need garbage man. Yeah, when things are in preview mode, it's so laggy. Like, this lags so... Do you see that? You can see that, right? I hope you can see how laggy that is. Okay, so we have our income, which actually is broken down really well. And our expenses, which are also broken down really well. Actually, I'd like to see this broken down further into different services. That's not super useful. Let's look at taxation. All right, so residential, and then I should be able to break it down by density. What? What kind of revisionist hell is this? I can only tax people based on how educated they are? That seems really regressive. It's not based on density? Who made this change? Not even on their wealth? Why is it based on education? That doesn't make any sense. There's no government in the world that taxes people based on how highly educated they are. That is so odd. I'm gonna say it as it is. Also, this water looks bad. I don't know what it is about this water, but it has way too much noise in the waves. I don't know. This looks kind of like some, like, fractal, like, almost like hair. It's like stringy. Like, this looks really bad. Please change the water shader to what you were using before. Close up, it doesn't look bad. This is fine. This, it still looks a little pixelated. I don't know. So the water just does not... The water just really does not look good. Zoomed out, it looks fine. Okay, at the max zoom, that looks fine. That's fine. But, like, this looks not good. Like, it looks way too sharp. I think that's it. Like, the sharpness is at, like, 9,000. It's like those TVs you see in the display room. The roundabout itself, like, glitching out and looking... Oh, this one didn't. This one looks fine. What about... Is the other one fine, too, now? Oh, they fixed themselves, guys. They fixed themselves. Whatever graphical artifacting was going on, it's now gone. But, like, let me ask a question. Do you see how detailed each stone is in this? Seriously. This is going to sound like the biggest, the stupidest criticism of all time. But do you see how detailed this is? Like, every brick is extremely detailed. Now look at this truck. Compare the detail. Compare it. Look at the truck, and now look at the bricks, zoomed in. Look at the truck, look at the bricks. These are two completely different levels of detail. I would almost say that these bricks are way, way overdone. If you're going to have the rest of the game look like this light pole, why does this roundabout have, like, all the detail in the world? This is probably why their performance is so bad, because random assets in the game, which you're gonna view from this far away most of the time. Most of the time you're out here. Who zooms in on the roundabout? Like, it looks great, guys. It looks great. I think it looks fantastic, but I'm asking the question, why make this look this good if that truck looks like that? There's literally no texture on the truck. And then we have like 4K textures on, and the motorcycle is floating. We're ignoring the floating motorcycle. Look. Again, it's not that I'm trying to be an asshole here. I'm really not. But the priorities, it seems like multiple teams were working on this game, especially in the art direction, and you've got things like this sign, which are extremely detailed, extremely high resolution, looks great, and then you have something like the the cars. They look like they're straight out of Blender with like no material thought into it whatsoever. It looks so default material. There's no texture at all, and it's like, it's really jarring. Like, what is this? Do you see this blur? This is supposed to be an arrow. It's loaded into the wrong level of detail. It's a blur. There's 4 pixels. In this one too. But then, guy, look at the levels of detail. Look at how that pops in. Come on. Come on! Look at that! Is that acceptable? Whoever did the road tools, though, thank you. You may actually be single-handedly making the game worth it just because of how amazing the intersection is. Like, seriously, the intersections are great. I can't complain. The cars are smooth. Whoever did like the anything related to traffic, great. Very nice. What does the red mean? Oh, residential suitability. Ah. Wait, why is the suitability terrible over here? Oh, city services. Okay. There's bad services. All right. Row housing, medium. Okay, so you can choose more specifically. That's kind of neat. I like that. There's more options for different kinds of density. I won't complain about that. That is cool. The row housing does look a little uninspired. What is with these gaps? Oh, they just haven't built yet. Huh, interesting. Just need more density. More density, bros. Just try more density. Get some density from the density store. Oh, look, pedestrians. I haven't seen many of those yet. Are they terrifying? I heard that there's like a way to go into first-person camera mode. Oh! Photo mode. There we go. All right. Oh, look at the Wow, no! No! The Uncanny Valley, you should have just kept them as blobs. Who did this? Who thought this was a good idea? No! Oh my god. No! No! Oh, jeez. Guys. Paradox. Why are you giving performance to this? They look awful. They look so bad. I'd rather them just be blobs. I'd seriously rather them just be blobs. It would be less terrifying. What? This guy, do not allow this man around your children. I don't know. It's just... Okay, looking at this, right, there's some things that look great. The clouds look great, but everything else just looks so sharp. Like someone pushed the contrast up to like 11. It's like they tried so hard to make it look realistic that like, look at the lights and stuff down here. It just looks, I don't know, noisy. Some people will really like the style. I know other games that have this style. I just don't think it has the charm of the original City Skyline. And I don't know. It just kind of blends together, the shapes. And I know part of this is anti-aliasing not being on highest settings, but like I can't put anti-aliasing up on the highest settings because my house will burn down. Confusing. Oh, soften is what I wanted, not level. Okay, there we go. Okay. Getting the hang. Getting the hang. Apparently it's now free. Terrain moving is now just free. Now, I hate that. I'm gonna be honest, I hate that. I hope it's made into an optional thing. Because maybe it is. I didn't see the option though, so I'm gonna plead ignorance here. I don't know how disasters will work if I can just build a giant dirt wall for free to defend my city. Also, can I pause for a second and say something? I do not believe in sequels that are missing features from the prior game that will then be added in DLC again. No, you do not get to release something as DLC twice. They are going to charge you for the disaster DLC again when it releases. You already bought that DLC and you basically bought the same game. I'm sorry, I think that's scummy. This game should have come with all of the DLC in City Skylines 1, and then it should be building onto that DLC that expands the game further. Not having things like disasters is just... And I get it, right, I know, my game studio would go out of business or something because I'm terrible at business and, you know, they need to do this for money. However, I don't think that a product should ever take a step backwards in functionality when you increase the number next to it. Cities Skylines 2 should have more content than Cities Skylines 1 at its peak. And Cities Skylines 3 should have more than Cities Skylines 2 at its peak. Because also, Cities Skylines 2 is so much more expensive. So much more expensive than Cities Skylines 1 was. I paid like $20 for City Skylines. This is $60, and I'm getting a third of the game, not 3 times the game. Sorry, okay. So I'm going to conclude this here. We've been recording for about an hour, streaming for about an hour and 12 minutes. This is a early view of the game, and sure, things may change. But if I were to give this a review from 0 to 10, I would give City Skylines in its current state a 4. This is coming from someone who loves City Skylines. I am disappointed. It's playable. It is. But why would we play this over City Skylines 1 in its current state? With the mods, you can get far more, and honestly, the performance alone would be enough to justify me saying a 4. But the fact that so much content is missing, it's almost disrespectful to the fans. So that I'm going to say 4 out of 10. And I am going to review this on Steam as well and give my thoughts. But it's just another example of a game studio thinking that you will eat it up anyways, so why publish something good? Alright, thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.